Chapter 17. Virgin Births and Violent Thrones. The Feminine Erased in Christian Power. The story of Christianity begins in paradox, a narrative of miraculous birth, divine love, and redemption, entangled with centuries of imperial conquest, patriarchal control, and feminine suppression. If Judaism was the fire that burned away the tangled wilds of ancient mysticism, Christianity was the iron throne forged in that fire, glittering with promise, but hardened with power. The figure of Mary, the Virgin Mother, is one of the most powerful and paradoxical symbols in Christian lore. She is the vessel through which divinity entered the world, holy, pure, untouched. But paradoxically, this purity also comes with a cost. Mary is often portrayed not as a sovereign woman, but as a silent, obedient vessel. The virgin birth myth simultaneously venerates and erases the feminine power of creation. The mystery of birth, of life emerging through feminine will and body, is replaced with a narrative where God impregnates Mary, bypassing sexuality altogether. This narrative serves two purposes: to sanctify virginity and purity, thus aligning spirituality with chastity and control over the body, and to disempower female agency, recasting the mother as a passive instrument rather than an active co-creator. The goddess figures of old, Isis, Inanna, Demeter, and others, who embodied fertility, wisdom, and sovereignty, are replaced or subsumed. The divine feminine becomes distant, muted, and chaste. As Christianity spread through the Roman Empire and later across Europe, it became inseparable from imperial authority. The Church, centered in Rome, wielded spiritual dominion, while kings and emperors exercised temporal power. Together, they claimed the divine right of kings, asserting their rule was sanctioned directly by God, enforced strict patriarchal hierarchies, limiting women's roles to the margins, nuns, virgins, or silent worshippers, and branded any female spiritual power outside of their control as witchcraft or heresy, leading to centuries of persecution. The image of the crucified Christ, suffering, masculine, and triumphant, became a symbol of obedience and sacrifice for the Church's agenda. The feminine mysteries of death and rebirth, transformation and creation, were reframed or hidden beneath layers of male-centric dogma. From an elemental and energetic perspective, this suppression was catastrophic. The balance of elements was broken. Fire and water, passion and intuition became suspect or sinful. Air and earth, communication and embodiment were monopolized or demonized if expressed through feminine forms. Yet the feminine could not be fully erased. Her presence survived in folk traditions and underground cults. Mary Magdalene's figure, reinterpreted and often vilified, yet increasingly reclaimed as a symbol of spiritual equality, and mystical movements, such as the Cathars and later the Kabbalists, who glimpsed the hidden Shekinah, the feminine presence of God. These resistances were often crushed violently, but never fully extinguished. Our time is marked by a reawakening, a return to the sacred feminine not as myth, but as living energy. It is a reclaiming of the balance lost, integrating fire and water, body and spirit, intuition and reason. To understand Christianity's rise fully is to acknowledge its dual legacy, as a vessel for divine love and compassion, and as an instrument of control and feminine suppression. Only by holding these truths together can we begin to heal the wounds of history and step into a more integrated spiritual future. Let us reclaim what the empire buried in stone.